Collectivism. Right, I'm going to go over that. So that seems to be quite in at the moment. It seems to be a big thing, despite all the, you know, the bloodshed that took place at the start of the 20th century. You got your white group, you got your black group, you got your female group, right? You got your disabled group, right? You got your dwarf group, right? You got your Muslims, all the groups. Now, these groups might have, you know, a bit more fucking purpose and relevance if everybody in the group was the same, right? People that have exactly the same, they agree on everything. You ask them to vote on an issue, they'll all vote the same way. Like for the many, not the few. For the many, not the few. Like that, right? Cultish. You've got conservatives, you've got liberals, right? You've got your libertarians, you've got your women, right? You've got your women, yeah, because they all fucking agree on the same thing, didn't they? There's a white group, apparently. Actually, white, they're in all groups, aren't they? But white people are in all groups and out of all groups. That's how fucked the white group is. That's just like, they're like everywhere, like electricity. You've got your LGBT lot, right? That's just a load of, that's groups within groups there. It's a bit like Inception. You got men, that's a group, okay, men. This ain't what life is like, is it? Because not all the conservatives, not all the women, not all, you know, the ethnics, right? They don't all agree on the same thing, right? So let's stop pretending as if they fucking do, because then what happens with the collective stuff, when people don't agree, oppression and everything just comes down and takes place. And you know what I mean, we've got Hitler, we've got Stalin, so you got women going, oh well, I'm a woman, right? I'm a feminist there, look at her, eh? Smug. Oh yes, I'm a feminist. Yes. We don't believe that you should have walk-on girls in the Formula 1 anymore, or the darts. We're sick of it, because women doing that fucks it all up for other women, like the collective, the group of women, right? Ignoring, right, that the people that want to do this work, right, are also women. Why don't we actually get an example along, like, to sort of like get a bit of a visual representation, like, of something that's a bit more realistic, okay, right? There we fucking go, right? Next, mix all of these up, so, you know, they're a bit more like real life, right? Now, you've got your women group. People are going, I think it's about choice. I think, you know, women should be able to, you know, be beautiful if they want to be paid for being beautiful. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's degrading. I mean, they've got other things going on. I mean, it might be work that they can fit around, you know, however they've got their home life arranged, or whatever their partner does for work. Oh, it could be because they're like a single. It could just be because they've got ambitions elsewhere. But this also fits around it. It's a bit of fun. So that's one woman's opinion there. Then you got another woman going, oh no, well, I actually just think like you're destroying everything for women as a whole. But as a whole, what do you mean? What whole? There's loads of different fucking colours in here about different issues that they all care about. No, we're going to ignore that. We're going to pretend that they're all still yellow. And if you don't pretend that they're all still yellow, you must be part of the other fucking groups. Everyone's competing, eh? Oh, I'm oppressed. Oh, we're oppressed as well. Do you know what? I don't actually think that I don't really feel that oppressed. Fuck off! You're betraying the group. I am a woman speaking on behalf of all women that don't fucking agree with each other anyway, so work that out. And I say women should not get their tits out for the sake of men ogling at them. Well, I'm a woman that actually doesn't agree with you. Well, that's because you're part of the other group. You're part of the other group. The part of the group that's trying to bring this group down. No, really, I'm honestly a woman. Right, I'm part of your group. I never knew that I was part of your group, but I have to put myself forward as part of a group apparently, and I do not agree with what you're saying. That's because, you know, you're scum. We don't want you to be part of our group anymore, right? You're part of the patriarchal, fucking, you know, oppressive group. That's the group that you're part of, and the group that you were always part of. You know, let's face it. Yeah, well, we objectively think that, you know, things that need to be, like, watched out for, you know, like jihadists and suicide bombers, you know, and FGM and all of that, you know. Oh, well, we're not going to listen to you. Why is that? Because you're not part of the group that you are, like, having a go at. Or why do I have to need to be part of the group to be... And I don't... Look, we don't all agree with each other, but for the sake of this fucking example, it will be easier to just talk as one voice. I don't have to listen to anything that you say. Why is that? Because you're not part of the religious group. Why do I have to be part of the religious group? Because you're being racist. Right? You're being racist against this group. How the fuck can you say that I'm being racist against that group? Why am I racist? Because you're not brown. Right? You're not brown. Right? You can't criticise their culture. You've got nothing to say. They're not all jihadists. I know they're not all jihadists. Right? Because look... They're not all one fucking colour! Excuse me, why are you focusing on the fact that, like, a lot of people in my group are, like, brown coloured, right? And not paying attention to, you know, our individual ideas and experiences. Because that's how groups work. I'm only listening to what the groups say. Or what the people who claim to be speaking on behalf of the group full of people that don't all agree on the same fucking thing. But we're going to carry on pretending that they do. Why is that? Because of the fucking group, right? We've got to protect the group, right? And if you don't want to protect the group, you can get out the fucking group, right? Get out the group. You're part of that other group anyway, you fucking mothers. I knew you were. I knew you were. I knew you were part of that group. I knew you were part of that group, right? So, you got a load of women, but then you got... Oh, hold up. Oh, because that's not straightforward, is it? Because you've got the LGBT group here, which is some groups within group, the LGBT group. Yeah, because they're all the fucking same, aren't they? So you've got the LGBT group, you've got groups within groups, and then you've got LGBT women, but then you've got LGBT... Oh, mate, this is fucked, isn't it? None of that's fucking working. No wonder nobody can fucking agree on anything. You've got women, you've got LGBT women, you've got coloured women. Hold up, can't say coloured women. You can't say coloured, eh? Because that's offensive, eh? Because what colour are they? Huh? What colour are they? Huh? So, we need to stick to all contemporary, politically correct terms. So you can't say coloured people anymore. I've got to be up to date and say people of colour. Why don't we fuck off all of the groups entirely, you know, and start to remember that all of these groups made up of people that don't all fucking agree with each other are comprised of individuals, right? So why don't we, like, forget the groups and just lay everyone out on the table and remember that they've all got their own minds, their own decisions, and we can see what sort of crazy thing we might end up with. Now, give me a moment. Look what we've got here, eh? We fucked off all the groups, right? Because that ain't doing any good for anybody. And look what we've got. We've got a load of lovely, lovely individuals, right? Each with their own dreams, their own desires, their own ambitions, and quite importantly, all with their own opinions, eh? And with that in mind, look what you end up with, eh? Equality.